Okay, I know we talked about a Ty and I goofing off with videos, a 90-day action plan. But I said, screw that. We're going with a 7-day action plan. How about that?
I like that.
You guys ready for that?
Yes.
7-day action plan. So the only reason, well, it's going to be a little tough love at the end here, because the only way you're going to fail is if you don't take any action, right? I'm going to make it so freaking easy for you guys right now. How we're going to do this, okay? And this can apply whether you're looking for yourself for investment properties, whether you're working with retail single-family home buyers, you know, multifamily buyers, commercial buyers, doesn't matter who it is. If you're looking for dadu deals, all that stuff, doesn't matter. This thing applies everywhere to everybody. So, anybody know what my favorite word this week is?
Slumpy-Slump.
Slumpy-Slump. No more Slumpy-Slump for you guys. That's what we're going to do today. Okay, so, welcome to our Wednesday workshop for the VIP education community. This is, everybody's welcome to come. We hold this, we let everybody who wants to come. This is for brokers and broker investors, which is what our crowd's all about. We have a no dicks policy, so no jerks are allowed in here. And we want to hang out with people that love to collaborate. And we are going to teach you and you how to collaborate on a very high level. Okay, that's part of this whole vibe here. So thanks for coming and collaborating with us today. We do this every other Wednesday, so not next week, but the week after. We're going to have another topic. I don't know what it is, but join us. Luxury! With that good-looking man over there. If you guys want to break into luxury, you want to be here in 2 weeks at 10:30, or like I show up late. But then you miss all JC's great stuff. I told him you're
part Asian.
That's right, I am. I'm part whatever you want me to be, baby. That's what I got. So, if the slides go bad today, it's Jacob's fault, because I'm reusing Jacob's slides, and because I'm going to blame all my failures on him today, I'd like to all introduce you to Jacob Weaver. This is my give me. I want to meet Jacob because he let me use his slides. Because I'm terrible at this kind of thing. I just talk. So
You're just going to use my slides for your presentation?
Pretty much is what I'm going to do. You'll see at the end they get really, really similar. In fact, I think I left the last 5 on there. So thank you, Jacob. So I think a lot of you guys know who I am. I'm Julie Clark. I'm a longtime broker investor. I'm the co-founder of Seattle Investors Club. Like Ty has the 10X Real Estate Group.
All my girls are here.
All the girls in the house. This is also, I was going to make a joke. I won't do it because it's not correct. But this is, I gotta hold it back here. So this is also what I've built over the years is called the VIP education community, which is really a no-cost way to collaborate and plug in and get coaching with like-minded people on pretty much, I've been in this game forever. And one of my superpowers is if I don't know what's up, I absolutely know somebody else that knows what's up, and they'll actually answer the phone when I call. So it's pretty good. So anything that you guys ever want to do, whether it's multifamily, commercial, the whole dadu investor play with the whole HB 1110 and that stuff going on, or whether it's flips with Ty and some of these people, or micro lending or creative financing, we got you all covered here. We have such a deep bench of knowledge in this little room right here. There is absolutely nothing that we can't tackle for you and with you. And we're not trying to take money out of your pocket. We're trying to collaborate and teach you how to fly on your own, right? You want to join a team? That's great. You don't? Come hang out with us and be a hybrid team. That's what I like to call it. We're a hybrid team of high-level modern brokerage 3.0. You'll see a little bit of that today. What that means, collaboration equals confidence is my favorite phrase. Don't get me started because I have like 10 of them. I'll probably shout them all out today. But thank you in advance for letting me be weird and be myself. And here we go. Thanks, Jacob, because I'm copying your slides. So how to get out of a slump in 7 days, not 30 days, not 90 days, 7 freaking days. And for some of you rock stars and action takers like you and you and you, it could be like 1 day, 3 days, okay? This is serious business right here. So this is how Jacob wants me to portray this today, is kind of the no cost and simple lead generation. So we're going to talk about each one of these subject matters. This is all no cost, easy, like the basic entry level stuff. Some of you here might be in a slump or need leads of a certain type, right? So this doesn't just apply to new people. It applies to any level or any experience. Some of my best friends have been in real estate for 20 years, Windermere agents, right? That's what I say, collaboration equals confidence. Yeah, I hang out with Windermere agents, all right? Don't say anything about it. But they're in a slump, right? We're at EXP Realty. I'm at EXP Realty. And our number one top dude is named Chandra Venapusa. Renee knows him. Some of you guys know this guy. He's a great guy. He is a monster agent, like heads and shoulders and above everybody else. We have some monster agents here today. I checked on his volume the other day. It's down 70%. Okay, and I don't know if that's because he's enjoying Italy right now, like I'm about to do in 2 weeks. That's why I said that little brag point. But or what's going on? But a lot of my friends who are agents are like hurting right now, right? I know this because everybody's getting ready to pay their high school, private school tuition, and they are bitching up a storm. Like, oh my God, I don't have any business. I haven't closed something since November. People are talking about crazy stuff. Experienced agents, right? And what I'm going to teach you today, I'm not having that experience right now. And that is because I know how to generate today business through collaboration and through brokerage 3.0, okay? Through modern brokerage, ninja guerrilla tactics. And that's what we're going to cover. And it all starts, and it can all start with an open house. I'm picking open houses because all you all, no matter what your experience level, can do an open house. It's that easy, right? You don't even have to your own open house. So this can also apply to if you're an investor and you want to chase down your own off-market deals, okay? But we're going to keep it simple today. So the process looks like this. You're going to get an open house, and we're going to talk about how to secure those. We're going to do some pre-open house calls to sellers. Ooh, I don't like cold calling, Julie. This isn't cold calling, okay? This is warm calling. If you don't like to be on the phone or talk to people, you're in the wrong business. If you want to like take a discount on the deals you're buying or for your clients because you're buying them off wholesalers and everybody else, you're going to get a discount. We're going to try to put the most amount of money in your pocket, the most amount of leads that you don't have to share with anybody else. No competition today on what I'm talking about for you guys, okay? So we're going to start with an open house. We're going to make some pre-open house calls to sellers. We're going to do some pre-open house social posts to our sphere of influence and talking to other agents. I'm going to teach you guys how to generate your own leads through a ninja sell score calling. Okay? Have you guys ever looked at Realist? There's something called a sell score on there. James is going to help me teach that to you guys today. It's super ninja. And then we're going to teach you how to set appointments for coffee or home tours. We're talking about with buyers and sellers, right? Sellers are buyers, buyers are sellers, right? Two types of leads here today. Not just buyer leads because you're going to an open house, right? Got to open your mind up. So what are the goals of today? Thank you again, Jacob, for keeping it straight and narrow. We're going to give you an action plan to generate leads immediately at no cost. No Facebook leads, no paying money for Facebook leads. This is like no cost to you guys. Just requires your time, which is related to your money, right? I'm going to teach you how to do warm calls, like the best people to make warm calls to. It's a completely different phone call conversation when you're having a warm conversation versus a random cold call, okay? We all hate cold calls. Nobody wants to do them. So to cold calls, let me teach you how to do some warm calls. I'm going to give you the exact scripts and sound bites that I use, okay? We're going to give you the systems and tools to execute everything I'm talking about today. And we're going to teach you how to set appointments with the type of appointments that we're going to leave you here with today. Okay, so who is committed? If I'm going to share this with you, these are like ninja secrets. This is the ninja secret room every other Wednesday. Okay, so I expect if you show up here that you're actually going to do something. And if you don't, that is on you. Okay, because you're going to be given everything you need. This is not Real Estate 101. This is Real Estate 3.0. Okay, let's do it.
Or you come to the Collab Lab and we can push each other.
Go to Collab Lab. Yes, if you need support after this, some action takers took action to set up Collab Lab. those people actually do things. You need to go hang around the people that do stuff, okay? Get there. I don't care how far it is. That's an excuse, okay? Tough love today. I can give you tough love because I'm going to leave in 2 weeks. You guys won't be able to find me. So, vacation time. So, open house goals, okay? You know, when you're at an open house, your goal is, it'd be great if you could get immediate business and sell that house to whoever walks in, right? That'd be awesome. The likelihood of that happening, that percentage is going to be smaller, right? So how can we work our open house and have a different mental way of we're thinking about open houses and the types of leads that we can get, regardless if they have agents or not. If they're working in and they have an agent, doesn't matter. We're going to give you some tools on how you can still keep trucking today and take advantage of everybody that walks in the door, okay? So 3 types of leads that can be immediate buyer-seller leads off of open houses are on-market, retail buyers and sellers, people that are looking and you're going to show them listings, right? That are properties listed for sale, okay? Off-market, retail buyers and sellers. We're going to teach you how to live in the off-market world and how to converse off-market so you can do business off-market where there's no competition, both with buyers and sellers, with or without whether or not these people walking in the door have an agent, okay? And then other open house goals is easy warm call seller leads. That's right. I'm going to teach you guys how to get seller leads before you even get to the open house, okay? Anybody interested in that? You're like, you guys, you're crazy, Julie. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Good thing is, I'm going to show you right here.
We love
Okay.
crazy. Yes.
So let's first go like super basic, okay? And I'm blind, so I have to wear my glasses like this. Can't see you guys in the screen same time. Best open house days. If you're not working with Jacob in one of his new construction, his team, you guys pretty much sit at your open houses every day, right? On new construction, right?
Brandon's there right now.
Brandon's there right now. So if you guys can get in with a builder or somebody that does that, or just a flipper that built a new house, offer to sit at their house every day and just work from there, okay? And you can be that buyer's agent that sits on site every day.
We have one in Beacon Hill.
There you go. Yeah, it can be, you know who else would love that? Either new construction, new builds that flippers do, or flips, right? Go sit at a flip all day long. If you're interested in doing DADUs, FSR, ADUs, go freaking sit at one all day long. Do your work there. Be a buyer's agent, which turns you into a seller's agent, okay? Super easy. No bullshit excuses here. VIP open houses. We have a big group of people. We all want to offer you our open houses. Guess who? Do you think I'm going to post in our Facebook group or to the world, hey, who wants to do an open house? No, I'm not, okay? It's on you. It's on you to call me every week on Monday or text me. Julie, what do you got going on this week? Can I do an open house for you? Or can I tag along on an open house with you? Can I hang out on one of your appointments with you? Can I come to one of your meetings with you? I ain't going to call you, okay? I know I'm coaching you guys and we're all coaching you guys, but only so much time in the day, okay? And it's on you to speak up. That shows that you're taking action. And we only want to kind of hang out with people taking action, right? No sleeping around here. It's time for tough love, okay? Team Ren, again, we have a larger, you know, this is a dual, and it's open to anybody today, but this is also our hybrid community training session. So if you're not part of our hybrid community yet, that's totally fine. I mean, some of this is going to be to them. So Team Ren, you guys all aware of that? That's our sister community. There's 100 brokers in there. There's way more brokers than there. There's about 60 of us and about another, I don't know, 50, 60 or more of them. Ask them to do their open houses, okay? eXp Realty or whatever brokerage firm you're at, okay? Whatever brokerage firm you're at, you know, contact the agents in your firm, get open houses. How about Savvy Lane? You guys know what that is? Savvy Lane is a brokerage firm where they pretty much just get it listed for sale and you get to talk directly as the agent, the buyer's agent, to that seller. It's like a discount brokerage. Sunday, another investor discount brokerage, right? Or MLS for owners. Those guys don't want to do open houses, okay? Call them up, do their open houses. There's no lack of open houses for you guys if you guys actually take the action. let's say somebody has a new listing and you're like, oh, I like that one. It's in my area, my farm or my hood or wherever I want to hang out, or it's a 80 USFR, something I want to get to know. Call up that agent and say, hey, I see you have an open house from 11 to 1 on both Saturday and Sunday. Do you mind if I go behind you? So you can just set it from like 11 to 3 or 11 to 4. You go first, I'll come behind you, right? I'll just come replace you. Does that make sense? What agent doesn't want their house open? A lot of agents want to do their own open houses, right? But we forget it. Just say, hey, cool, I love your listing. Throw them a compliment. Can I go behind you? It seems like you got it covered on Saturday and Sunday, right? Okay. To me, the best night to do open houses, the best time to do open houses is on Friday nights. Why do we want to do open houses on Friday nights? Does anybody know?
Because it goes pending on Saturday.
Goes pending on Saturday, regardless if there's an offer review date. You know, the market it's all choppy. There's no stability and predictability right now. So if you can get a Friday night open house, or who cares, Thursday night comes on the market Thursday, probably not enough lead time to get the word out, right? But who cares? If you don't care, do it. But Friday night open houses, in the summer I do 5 to 7, in the winter I try to do it during daylight hours so I can walk around. Somebody wants to walk around outside. There you go. More open houses for you. You guys want to stay on top of this. You want to look daily. Some people might put an open house on a Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, right? Most of them, lots of them come on Thursdays. But look every day of the week. Check 3 times a day and get on it. There's no excuse why you can't get an open house, okay? Call up for sale by owners. Ask them if you can do an open house. Help them publish it on Zillow that there's an open house. Figure it out. I don't know. Just figure it out, guys. You're smart enough to figure it out. There's unlimited open houses, right? Unlimited. All right, there's my soapbox on that, okay? That's how does anybody have any other ideas how to secure an open house, or does anybody have any questions about how to secure an open house? Go ahead, Renee.
Just want to point out that technically EXP can only do EXP open houses.
And technically, we don't give a shit. Okay? Who cares? What are you gonna do? Get a hand slap? You know, more so you're gonna have somebody like Windermere or Keller Williams say, no, we can't allow that. Okay? But like if you see the name of a smaller brokerage firm or whatever, or just who cares? I don't care. Hand slap. Just cut this part off before you publish it out loud. But, you know, guys, sometimes we can put our toes on the line, and what are we going to do? Get a hand slap? Who cares?
I have a question. On weekends, what are the best times are you finding right now to host open houses?
Whenever you can do them, right? So I try not to go on Sunday mornings because people are at church. Okay? I try to book around Mariners or Seahawks games. But not everybody's a sports fan. Right. So, you know, who cares? That'd be like ideal.
I think after 11 is a better time.
Yes.
Saturday. This is what I think.
Yes. Yeah, I only, the earliest I ever start is 11. Good point. Yeah. But, and the latest I ever start is, on a weekend is typically 2. But during the week, I do them from 4 to 6, 4 to 7. You know, whatever. Sometimes you only need to do them for an hour and a half. What I'm telling you is no excuses. Just go freaking do them, right? You know, come on, let's go. There's like tons of opportunities there. Anybody else? Are you guys feeling that I'm bullying you? Because I'm trying to. I'm trying to bully you into doing this. If you're not willing to take the action to get yourself an open house, and you think somebody's going to be like, hey guys, I have an open house. Who wants to do it? Door's right there.
Well, and even when people just go online and say, hey, I'm open to do open houses this weekend.
There you go.
I mean, you can do that, but it's so much better to go find the house you want to do an open for.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like if you want to be in Woodinville, why are you like telling the guy in Tacoma you'll do an open house for?
Yes. Right.
Like go find your house that you want to do an open for and talk to them and get the open you want, not just whoever will give you one.
And remember, you're just going to go through and look. Who cares if there's already an open house? Because what are we going to do?
Go before or after.
Go before or after, right? Except on a Friday. On the weeknights, it's tougher. weekends before or after. All right.
Well, not really, because Ty, you just had an open house on a Friday, middle of the day,
Oh,
and
ton
you
of
had
people
a
came.
ton of people.
Yeah, there you go. Middle of the day. If you,
Especially when it is summertime.
Yep.
People take off on Friday.
Well, I posted on social media, and then 2 of my friends was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna send a couple of my friends that want to live in Beacon Hill to the like, you know." So it's like
Valid.
you get a double hit, right? You post it, you get a hit from your database, and
just
people
go work
follow
out
you.
of there. You know.
Just like don't overthink it. I think everybody's like overthinking it.
If you
It's just, like,
realize
do
that you
it.
can go there and work, you won't feel like, ooh, gotta sit at an open house. We're gonna change your mind about what an open house really is, right? Which is
I sometimes get more work done in an open house.
Yeah,
than-
you don't have
Exactly.
distraction, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Hallelujah on that. Okay, so now we all know how to get an open house. So let me ask you a question. Today's what day? Wednesday. Okay. I would love to see, before you leave here today, who is willing to identify 3 properties they're going to call to ask for about an open house, right? Okay. You? Raise your hand. Are you willing to do that today here before you leave? Like literally, like 15, 20 minutes of silence before we leave. And everybody do it today. No excuses, no waiting. Today's the day. They're coming on the market right now and tomorrow. So let's go. All right. This next slide. Oh,
Oh.
you know what? This is Jacob's slides. Damn it. Again. Pre-open house calls to sellers. I have this slide up here because
Is that the seller?
that's Jacob
That's
on the
Jacob.
weekends at his open houses.
He's the rock star.
That's me. That's me at my open house.
No, that's me.
That's Jacob.
That's
That's
me.
Ty.
No, that's
No,
Jacob.
no, no.
Jacob's the rock star.
You
It's
should see
Jacob
my
and that's
Concord
Brandon.
one. Pretty good.
Yeah, Jacob. You know, Jacob changes his vibe based on.
Oh, I thought
You
it
know,
said
where it's
Booty
going.
Collins. I read it.
That's a different slide.
Yeah,
right?
well, that's what I'm.
So I just liked his slide, so I kept it there. So we're gonna shift on to pre-open house calls to sellers, right? So the first thing in the circle of action for your 7-day leads is secure an open house. We all know how to do that now, okay? The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about an open house system, okay? We don't just go to open houses. We're gonna have a modern brokerage 3.0. Everybody say it. Modern brokerage 3.0. Who wants to be on a hybrid team and crush it? Me. I'm already on one. So okay. This is what we're talking about right here. So modern brokerage open house system. This is what you guys need to do. And I promise you leads within 7 days, okay? Once you secure your open house, your next action step will be to secure or to start your pre-open house system, okay? What that means is the day before, a couple days before, on the way, no excuses, sometime before the open house. I even do it on the way, okay? I even do it on the way because I get in bad mom zone. I don't always have time to do it. In fact, what I'm about to tell you guys, I want to point out one thing. You guys who do open houses together can team up on what I'm about to tell you, okay? Somebody hates making calls. The other one's fine with it. This is, team up. Power of 2, right? So what I want you to do, once you have an open house, is you're going to make some pre-open house calls. You're going to call all cancels, all expireds. But Julie, I hate calling cancels and expireds. Don't tell me to cold call. That's why I'm stuck here, because I hate to cold call. That ain't what we're talking about here, guys, okay? We're talking about calling with a purpose. Reverse prospecting, okay? Warm calls. Totally different situation. Don't worry, I'm going to give you the script. Easy. You're going to call before the open house. All cancels, expireds, sale, fail, releases, for sale by owners, 700 plus sell score homeowners, which I'm going to teach you what that means in a minute. And any agent with a listing within 1 mile before the open house, okay? Scripts are going to be below. You're going to connect with the lenders that you hang out with. JC, whoever, you're going to be like, hey, bro, are you working with any buyers, or are any agents that you're working with any buyers having a hard time finding deals? Okay? Do you have any buyers that are looking in Redmond, wherever your open house is? hey JC, you have any buyers or clients that you're working with? I don't care if they have an agent or not. Do you have anybody that's looking in Beacon Hill that hasn't been able to find something they've been looking a while? It's a great touch. Yeah, I know. You know, Alicia has a client they've been looking for a while, and I know they just lost one, right? You want to tie that to where your open house is, okay? And you're going to learn why, okay? Because you're going to live in off-market land, okay? That's one thing. I'm going to give you the script on what you're going to say when you're going to call all these people in a minute, okay? To prepare for the open house, you're also going to bring a list of all the homes that are listed for sale, plus and minus $100,000 of where your house is listed, right? The reason why is because you're going to have an opportunity to maybe bring them over there. Who closed the deal like that on this? You.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Wasn't paying attention.
What'd you do, Joanna? So the system here is that if you prepare ahead of time, you should do this. You should know what's available in the area around you, plus and minus 100,000, or maybe if you're on the east side, even more, maybe 200,000. Okay, you're going to know everything that's available around you. So what I would do even is I'd set an appointment at whatever I think is the best one, that's maybe closest or best candidate, competitor to mine. I would set an appointment. If my open house ended at 3, I'd set an appointment for 3:30 at that house. So while I'm on site at the open house, I'm going to say, they say, oh, this one's a little this for me, too expensive, or I'm looking for something different. I say, you know what? I actually have an appointment because I was going to go preview this one over here at 3:30. You want to meet me there? Did you do that?
Yes.
Did it work?
Yes.
Did you make some money?
We wrote an offer in 2 days and
Bam.
closed it.
So how does it work?
So I'm gonna tell you all that. So the point on number 2 here, okay, and I'm gonna circle back to number 1. To the open house, you are gonna go to an open house prepared with knowing what's on the market around there, right? And on this specific point, when you're conversing with people and they say, oh, this one's not right for me, then immediately you're gonna be ready to throw out, hey, here's another one. Did you see this one? I'm actually going over there after this open house. Would you like to go meet me over there? Or what Joanna did is, what'd you do? A little different. You said,
Well, I sent them to another open house.
the other house was having an open.
Sent them there. That one, we actually wrote an offer on, but they had already had an offer. And then I sent them another house to look at. We went together and wrote the offer.
So yeah,
One day.
see, this is
We were on it.
this is having a line in every stream, guys. This is being prepared and going to do an open house with a purpose. We covered this partially we did another training on open house mastery, right? But this is all part of the system to get leads in 7 days, right? You just said 2 days.
You can use your KV Core and set a squeeze page of that exact list of the before and after. So, I mean, you're going to want to direct them to specific houses, but you can direct them to a search on your website also and get their information right away through KV Core through that too.
And for you, those of you that are in my hybrid team, there's a new tool that is like, we're not going to discuss today, which is a good point. So can you text me to remind me you just said that?
Okay.
Because I have another training on that topic that is new. So the idea of what we're talking about here is being prepared, doing an open house with purpose, okay? You're going to make some calls ahead of time, okay? And we're going to cover that in a minute. The calls ahead of time are going to be all about like all the cancels and expired sale fail releases. You're going to be like, look up, doesn't matter, 5,000 days ago, you see it canceled or expired. You're going to call them up a couple days ahead of time on your way there. I don't care when. You're going to say, hey, is this Jim? Yeah. Hey, Jim, my name's Julie. I'm a local realtor. And hey, I'm sorry to bug you on a Friday evening or Thursday evening. The only reason I'm calling is because I have an open house over on whatever street in your neighborhood area. Have you seen that one yet? Yes, no, it doesn't matter. If he says yes, great, come on over and talk to me. But hey, the only reason I'm calling is I noticed that in 2018, you offered your home over on 134th Place for sale. And I expect this open house to be busy, but I also know that it's not gonna be the right house for everybody, right? So I'm just wondering if you've considered selling this year. if you've reconsidered, because it'd be a great time for me to push some buyers your way, right? And you might be able to save some money with an off-market sale, have less hassles. Have you thought about selling this year, Jim?
Most of the times, you don't get the seller phone numbers there.
We're gonna cover that,
Okay.
okay?
We find the phone numbers, my friend.
This is 3.0.
Go ahead.
I have a
So-
question, you know.
I'm aware of a title company that can actually give you a list of phone numbers, emails, and use some predictive analytics of homes around an open house. We're doing this mostly for listing agents, but I'm thinking about you guys to do this as well. But you can get the list of, it might be only 7 people, but invite those people, and the accuracy rate is 70% accurate.
You're gonna wrap that into the sell score, okay? Because that's kind of what we're talking about, right? Predictive analytics on who's likely to sell. And there's a way to do that through title, or another way I'm gonna show you.
What title company is that?
Stewart Title.
Yeah. And I
Okay.
have, I'm on their Forever Farm.
Oh, cool.
There's several of them. Yep.
So what I'm teaching you guys on that part, you can use it through title, through whatever, right? So we're gonna cover that in a minute, but absolutely great point. So the whole point is to be prepared, okay? Where you can go to open houses afterwards. You want to be prepared so you can start conversations. So bring the home inspection, bring the Form 17 with you on your open houses for, even if it's not your listing, bring it with you. What I like to do is, we're in the business of having conversations. I have the home inspection there. If I say, what do you guys think? You like this one? Yeah, I'm somewhat interested. I have the home inspection here. Do you guys want to walk through it right now? Why don't we walk through and talk about what's on the home inspection right now together? Why am I doing that? Because I just want to talk to them. I'm building rapport, right? You know, and then that goes well. I say, I have the Form 17. Would you like me to send it to you? They say, send it to my agent. Say, absolutely no problem. I'll send it to your agent. Do we care if they have an agent? The answer is no. We don't care if they have an agent, because I'm going to teach you that also a little bit further here. So open houses with a purpose, start conversations, take them straight to appointments, all that jazz. Your goal with an open house is, as Jacob, I think, taught in the Open House Mastery, is to set a follow-up appointment, you know, either right after the open house or a coffee after the open house, show them a house after the open house. Joanna, she's like, I have nothing to lose. Let me just send them over there. And then what I say, go over there, check it out, because I'm going there right behind. I had already planned to go there. I'm going to be right behind you, right? Text me if you like it, and we'll compare our notes, right? On sending somebody to an open house. Don't be afraid, you know, to put them in front of another agent, because you're a badass, okay? The next thing that you're going to do at open houses when you meet people is what we talked about, is that text, right? Somebody says, yeah, this one's not right for me, or, you know, I've decided this one's not for me. Let's say you've sent somebody the reports, home inspection, a buyer directly, right? It happens a lot of times where I'll send home inspection and things like that direct to a buyer, and they say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, right? Or I'm following up, they say, I'm not interested. Or on site at the open house, they say, this one's not for me. Right? If you're in person with them, you're going to say this. If it's a follow-up and you're emailing or texting, you're going to follow up with this, and you're going to say, no problem, sounds good. Are you open-minded to explore off-market opportunities with me that better suit your goals? Okay? So the whole funnel system here, guys, is teaching you to play off-market. Okay? That's why it doesn't matter if they have an agent, because that agent is not looking for them off market. You can work with their agent. You don't have to get in front of there and get them out of their buyer's agency agreement. You are going to bring the off market service to all buyers and all buyer's agents. Okay? If they haven't signed a buyer's agency agreement, of course you want to try and get that for yourself. If they have, who cares, right? There's room for people to get paid, because sellers still will pay. Sellers off market will pay both sides of commission. How do I know that? Because I did this last night. Sent a buyer over to Trilogy, did use my exact system here. They toured 3 homes. They drove through the neighborhood, and I said, while you're over there driving through Trilogy with the 3 off-market homes that I've already talked to that said they'd be willing to sell, write down any other addresses you see, and I'll call them off market for you. Do these people love me? hell yeah, no other agent they've talked to that's called them about selling their home in Woodinville has solved their other problem first. They're just, let me come over and check out your house, help you list it. Let me come over. Who do you think's in there now on the home sale? I'm solving their other problem, right? It works both ways. Build rapport, solve problems first. Any questions so far? I know I'm talking a little fast because Ty goes next. Okay, so again, open house system. You guys are all going to get emailed these slides, okay? You can have all these slides. The reason why we're calling all the cancels, expireds, and sale fail releases is because we want to generate off-market seller leads that when we're at the open house, we can push buyers that way, right? And it's such an easy phone call because I'm not calling for a listing. I'm calling to say, hey, if you thought about it, great timing. I'm going to be here today. I know this home I'm holding open is not going to be for everybody. And if you thought about selling, it'd be a good time, whether it's any time this year, for me to start pushing buyers your way off market. You guys like that? Does it make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. Warm call, okay? And then you're prepared at open houses. Your goal at the open house is not necessarily to sell that deal, of course, if you can. Your focus is don't talk to people and forget about what you're really there for, which is the follow-up. Either one-on-one coffee or a Zoom, you know, or meet them after the open house somewhere, okay? Either at a house or have coffee right after, right? Moving on. Here's your pre-open house call script. You guys are all gonna get this, don't have to type it. Thanks for the graphics, Jacob. Left them in place, okay? So here's what I say. I do it all the time. Has anybody tried this yet that I taught? Has anybody had any success?
Yes.
Yes. You guys, this is brokerage 3.0. No lazy people here. If you're not getting deals, it's your fault. If you don't have leads, it's your fault. Okay? After you've been taught this, not before, because nobody teaches you this. Has your broker at any brokerage firm you've ever been at taught you to do this?
No.
Have they?
No.
Nobody. Similar. Which brokerage firm
Keller Williams, Greater Seattle.
tells you to do this?
It was pretty similar, but they, instead of calling to expires, I would say call them and ask them if they're open to look up another office.
Totally different conversation. That is a totally different situation. It is, but I would say it's not. But let's see how it compares. You tell me. Ready? So you're calling up the seller. Hey, is this Jim? And if there's two names, Jim and Pam, or you're looking at a canceled and it says James and Pamela, but then it says occupied by Jim and Pam. What's the little thing I just taught you there? Okay, the seller's names are James and Pamela, whatever. The occupants are Jim and Pam.
That's what they go by.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna call up like a dork and go, "Is James available?" When his name is Jim. He likes to go by Jim. Little details.
Right.
Little details. Okay. So we're going with Jim. Hello, is this Jim? Or if a woman answers, hey, hello, is this Pam? Be prepared. Don't be prepared with Jim and not know that Pam might answer the phone, right? Yeah, you know, who's this or whatever they say. I say, hey, Jim, my name is Julie. I don't say, hi, Jim, this is Julie Clark with eXp Realty. Hang up, okay? Don't do that. Hi, Jim, my name is Julie. Now I get this next part out fast. I'm a local real estate agent. Sorry to bug you on a Thursday evening, okay? When you say I'm a local real estate agent, quickly say, sorry to bug you on a Thursday evening. I love calling during shit like football games, Mariner games, Oscars. Hey, sorry to bug you during the Oscars. I do that. I do it on purpose. I call during TV events because everybody's there, and I do it on purpose, okay? Sorry to bug you on a Thursday night. Sorry to bug you at dinner time. The only reason I'm calling is because I have an open house tomorrow at 3433 Union Street, not too far from you. And I noticed you had offered your home on 134th Ave Northeast for sale back in 2022. I'm anticipating a good turnout at this open house, but I know this home will not be a fit for all the buyers that show up. So I thought I might reach out to you real quick and see if by chance you've considered selling this year. It'd be a great opportunity or a good opportunity for me to steer some potential buyers your way if you're open to it. Have you considered selling this year? And zip it. Right? Does that make sense? Right? I want to make sure that you say the address of the open house. Because then you'd be like, do you know that one that's nearby? Because that gives you legitimacy. Hey, I have an open house in your neighborhood. Oh, sure you do. Sure you do. Say the address. You're going to be calling right around there. Everybody loves to home shop, right? They probably know it's for sale. It's legit, okay? Doesn't matter if it's your listing, it's your open house, right? And then say their address because they might own a bunch of properties, right? Make sure they know that you've looked at their home, right? Or know about it. Does that make sense? So, hello, is this Jim or Pam? Yeah. Hey Jim, my name is Julie. I'm a local real estate agent. Hey, sorry to bug you on a Thursday evening. I use intonation. Hi Jim, this is Joanna. You know, use your voice, inflection, intonation. I always say the only reason I'm calling you, the only reason, very important, I'm calling you because they're ready to hang up. I don't want to sell, right? People who say they don't want to sell, they actually might want to sell. They just don't want to talk to you because you're a salesy real estate agent that called them, right? We say, sorry to bug you on a Thursday evening to disrupt the pattern, okay? The only reason I'm calling is because I have an open house tomorrow at whatever Union Street, not too far from you, and I noticed you had offered your home, you guys could reword this, on 134th Avenue Suites for sale back in 2022. I'm anticipating a great turnout for this open house, but I know it's not going to be a right fit for everybody. Paraphrase it. However you guys want to do this, that show up. So I thought I'd just reach out to you real quick. I say, I'm on my way there right now. I thought I'd just give you a real quick call while I was on the way. Just in case you've reconsidered since you were selling back in 2022, I thought I'd just give it a shot. Be a great time for me to, you guys get the concept, right? You can say whatever you want. Use this script loosely. Any questions about it? Okay. And everybody's going to get the slides, no worry.
Will you teach us objections?
The objections are, no, we're not selling. Great, thank you. I really appreciate you taking my time. Have a fantastic summer.
Okay.
We're not, this isn't a, this is literally you just trying to get quick off-market seller leads in a one-shot thing, right? If they say no, we haven't considered selling, you just say, fantastic. I really appreciate you taking my call, okay?
Do you leave messages?
I do not, okay? I had somebody that I called the other day. Again, I'm looking for a home in Trilogy for somebody that wants to downsize out of Woodinville, okay? And I called up this guy, and this guy, you know what the first thing he said to me? He said, I want to tell you something. You just did a great job on how you approached me. I really appreciate that. That you are really good and professional, and I just want to let you know, great job. And yes, I'm considering selling. I've had a lot of calls, but the way you approached it was fantastic. Just last night that happened, okay? So there you go, right? Practice this, go to Collab and practice this together, okay? All right, let's keep rolling here. Now the other thing on the list, we had open houses, we have pre-open house calls to sellers, right? Through that list of stuff I gave you. We're gonna do a pre-open house post, okay? This is an idea, to our sphere of influence and to other agents. The goal of a pre-open house social post, right, is to generate leads for your off-market pre-open house leads is what you're looking for. You wanna generate off-market pre-open house leads. The whole idea is to go to an open house and have a whole bunch of off-market opportunities that you already know about that you can start pushing around, right? That's the goal. Off-market. We want to live off-market, no competition. So we're going to generate leads for your off-market pre-open house lead hunting service. You are going to change and you are going to be providing a service. An off-market service. You hunt off-market. You and your community of brokers, you get together every other week. You guys hunt off market, you collaborate, you share what others have, and you work as a team to place buyers off market. I have an off market service. Why is that needed? Because it's less competition. You don't have to wait around for something to get listed for sale. We can work with your agent. If you have an agent, it doesn't matter. Is your agent already doing that for you? No? No problem. You have a buyer's agent agreement? Great, no problem. I'll connect with your agent. We can work together. They can get paid. It's not about it. It's about getting you a home, right? So we need to get you hunting off market. And that's what I specialize in. Does that sound good to you? Yes, Julie, you're the best person I've ever met in my life. Okay? I'm just goofing around, guys. I know I'm being a jerk. So the other way why you want to do this is why you want to make these social pre-open house posts is to brand yourself and market yourself to your friends and other agents as the source to solve the low inventory problem for buyers and buyers agents. Okay? I get so many agents calling me that want to work with me that are like, hey, I need help with this. I can't find this. Or, hey, I have this situation, right? Put yourself out there as a problem solver, not competition to them, right? When a seller sells off market, like last night, I said, hey, Sam, just quickly, I appreciate it. Are you willing to pay a buyer's agent commission? Absolutely, I'm willing. Well, I can do this off market, but sometimes there might be another agent involved. If we can get this done for you hassle-free, off market, less distraction, and just get it done quickly, are you willing to pay both sides of the commission if we can just get it done off market? Absolutely. There is a myth out there that people don't want to pay commissions. People want hassle-free and less distractions, less stress. That's what they want. That's why $1 million full buy, nothing wrong with my house people raise their hand for a cash offer. Less hassle, less distractions, less disruption in my life, right? It's the same. Whether they raise their hand or not, you're just reaching out to them and you have a wonderful, warm reason to do so, right? Okay. So you're going to brand yourself, and I got a little post here for you to try that. You guys are way better at this shit than me when it comes to that sort of stuff. I'm just the idea person here. So take it how you will and turn it into your own. I want you guys to get in your head, start building language into your conversations and your posts that you generate off-market leads. Who needs off-market leads? I live there. That's where I live. Work it in. Figure out how to talk about it, right? Do one-on-one coaching with me. I'm happy to do that with you guys. Let's talk through your style, okay? You want to communicate to other agents that you want to help them source off-market leads for their buyers at no cost to them. Don't worry how you're going to get paid, because all you want is a buyer. You want to know about a buyer, whether it's your buyer or somebody else's buyer. Why do you want to know about somebody else's buyer? Because it gives you an excuse to call, a warm call. We want to make warm calls. Feels good to make a warm call. Cold calls suck. Boo cold calls. Cold calls are great though when you're skilled. And this will get you skilled that you won't think actual cold calls are that hard after you get done with learning how to do warm calls.
A lot of agents who do open house or have buyers that they can't find properties for, they generally put in a criteria in 10X or Warrior or whatever. It's like, I have a buyer with this kind of category, right? And you'll get ton of response from investors who have rentals they're wanting to offload, which they don't want to put on the market, or they're not even thinking about it until you say something. So
That's
you guys
why
have
the
to
social-
think outside the box.
There's a guy, did we do the deal with him? What's his name? Alexander, okay. There's a guy that consistently, I'm trying to get him to come hang out with us, consistently posts in Wari and other places, which is Washington Real Estate Investing, for those of you that don't know. And he'll say, these are my buyer needs. That guy kills it. We did an off-market deal with him because he posted his need.
Yeah, like on our 10X too.
Right?
People post all the
So
time.
then what do? You call up and like, hey dude, tell me more about what you need. Tell me every single buyer that you have a need for.
Yeah.
And then guess what you're gonna do? He's too busy. He's a busy agent. You are gonna be the agent that's gonna do this system, not even at open houses, every day of the freaking week. Because you're working with agents and other buyers that are too busy or don't know how to do this or think it's cheesy or they don't understand how warm and easy it is. You're gonna live to be the collaboration partner. Collaboration is the new Collaboration is the new currency. You want some currency in your pocket? Go do this. Don't be afraid. Agents are not your competition. Agents, they're your partner. My whole business is run on partnerships. Okay? I pay zero for lead generation. Everybody brings their leads to me. Okay? I have many different lead partners, right? Because I close, I'm helping them close, give them outside the pocket ideas, and I have a partner that spends $5,000 a month, generates massive amounts of leads. I'm like, your phone guy, you tee it up, get somebody on the phone, dial me in. Don't set an appointment for me to follow up because I'm the closer. Dial me in right away. Last night, 2 for 2, okay? $3 million buyer and $800,000 buyer and I don't know what the other one. We were on fire last night. Why? Because I had called. I knew we wanted to call these people. We called them and it was like nobody hung up on us when we're following up. We say, hey, we've got some off-market leads. You said you were interested in this. We've actually got some to send you. Just need to narrow down, make sure they're within your budget. 3 for 3 last night. Somebody actually got in their car and drove the leads that I sent them last night off market. Okay? It's powerful stuff, guys. All right. Again, you're going to get all these slides. Here's your pre-open house social post script that I tried to make that somebody else here, like Joanna or Suzette and all you guys can do a lot better on. Okay? Here's your post. Hello, friends. Do you know anyone looking for a home in Renton? Why am I saying Renton? Why am I saying that? Why would I use Renton or whatever city?
A local agent.
Because that's where I'm having an open house. I'm having an open house in Renton. And since I used my open house system, I generated a whole bunch of off-market leads. Okay? And now I want the whole world to know, and my friends and my family, that I have off-market leads. I'm anchoring it. I'm anchoring my actions and activities by where I have the open house. If I have an open house in Redmond, I'm gonna say, hey everybody, who's looking for a property in Redmond? Friends or family, do you know anybody? Or, hey agents, do you know anybody looking for a house in Renton? Have you guys been having a tough time getting a house in Renton? I'm saying that because I'm doing an open house in Renton, and I've used the open house system to make all my calls that are warm calls to generate a bunch of off-market leads, right? So I'm just making this before my open house so I can know who these buyers are, right? Because I don't know who's going to come in. There's so many ways you can tackle this. Hey friends, do you know anyone looking for a home in Renton? Inventory of homes is, homes to buy is low. If you know anyone interested in Renton that would like to know about off-market home buying opportunities, please connect me, as that's my specialty. If they already have an agent, that's no problem. I can still help them work with their agent too on off-market opportunities. Just want to help you and your friends, family secure a great home. Happy Friday, right? Or go into Waree. Is anybody here looking for a home in Renton? Right? I have some off-market opportunities I'm working on. Why? Because I'm doing an open house in Renton. That's why I'm using Renton. Okay, you guys follow me? Figure it out, make it better. Anybody have a question? It's meant to be a social post. We're just gearing it up. This is all pre-open house. Okay, next thing is more what our title company friends here are talking about is generating off-market leads with Realist Sell Score. I get a lot of leads sent to me, and the first thing I do when I start to do my research is I quickly go as a little experiment, which, where's my guy Ken? Where's Ken? Is he here? Did he read? Okay, it's probably because he's got some leads, because he's an action taker. Is I check. I've been checking for months and months and months, right? If you go into Realist and you plug in the address of the subject property that you're working on or looking at, and you scroll to the bottom, there's a circle. It's called Sell Score. I'm going to show it to you, and James is going to show us how to do something ninja, okay? The sales score goes from 0 to 1,000. 700 to 1,000 are high and very high. Sell score meaning, are they ready to sell? I have been looking at the leads coming to me to see where they rank. Are they getting it right on sell score? Is this accurate information that's free to me on sell score? And the answer is yes. I'm getting seller leads. I say, what's their sell score? Oh shit, they got it right. Seller lead, what's their sell score? Oh, damn it, they're getting it right. So sell score, right in Realist in the Northwest MLS is valuable. And James is gonna teach you how to download a list of the very likely to sell to extremely likely to sell, 700 to 1,000 self-score homeowners that you can go into wherever your open house is. You can circle up that whole area, okay? And you can James is gonna teach us how to download that self-score list and then sort it and just pick out that 700 to 1,000 most likely to sell people, right? And then you're gonna call them before the open house, just like the cancels and expireds and everybody else. Use the same script. Hey, I got an open house. I'm only calling you because I thought maybe I'd be able to push some buyers your way. Have you considered selling anytime this year, right? They're not cancels or expireds. They've never listed before, but their sell score indicator is high. Because we wanna, cold calling is, let me just cold call everybody in the neighborhood, right? We wanna be efficient with our time and our efforts, and we wanna call the most likely to sell score through the title company, through Realist. Does that make sense? You guys get what I'm saying? Does anybody understand what I'm talking about in regards to this? Same concept of calling cancels and expires, the exact same thing. We're trying to generate open or off-market opportunities before our open house. So when the buyers come, we can say, hey, I just talked to the guy down the street, and they're actually considering to sell too. It's off-market. You like? Love it.
This is the intention basically. You know, you are having a very nice intention that I want to help you.
Right.
You, so
Exactly. Hey, I'm in the neighborhood anyway. I'm hosting an open house. Like you probably saw the sign listed for sale around the corner from you or whatever. Did you see that one? Yeah. Oh, good. Come over and see me this weekend. I'll be there whatever day. But hey, the only reason I'm calling right now is, hey, I guess now it's going to be an invite to the open house, but also, you know, I know there's going to be a lot of activity here, and I also know it's not going to be the right home for everybody. So part of my practice when I come, just part of my business model, you know, because I'm a go-getter, is I like to call some of the homeowners in the area, you know, to see if they've considered selling. It's just part of the process of when I do an open house. So have you, by any chance, have you considered selling anytime in this year or anytime in the next year, right? Easy peasy. Isn't that different than a cold call? You're only calling because I'm going to be in your neighborhood because I have an open house, right? I already have something going on. I don't really need you. I thought I'd give you a courtesy.
just to help you.
I'm just trying to help you out because it might be more hassle-free and you actually might save some money on your sales costs, less disruption. So appreciate you taking my call. Just want to do a quick check-in. What do you think?
Love it.
Okay, that's it. That is the concept of this entire thing. Load yourself up with off-market opportunities before you do an open house. So you can push all the buyers you meet there. And guess what? When they have an agent and you're like, well, hey, I do know some off-market ones around here. I don't know if you're working with your agent, your other agent on off-market stuff, because I don't want to step on their toes. Have they been sending you off-market stuff? Good. Yes? Awesome. I'd love to talk to them because we're like-minded. Because I have a couple down the street that are off-market. I can completely work with your agent. Don't need to, get in the middle of that. I can just work right with your agent on that. Why? Because the seller will pay both of you. And if they won't, and they only want to pay one side, what do?
Increase the
Gross it up. Figure it out. Okay? You figure it out. Right? Don't worry about it. Your message to other agents is, I'm going to do this at no cost for you. It's not going to cost you a dime. I'm not going to cut into your commission. You're sitting up fully paid. Right? There's, off market, there's enough for everybody. Okay? All right, so James is going to teach that. If you're in VIP already, go back through our Facebook page. He already posted a video of him downloading the Realist information that then you can sort and just grab that 700 to 1,000. If you want to call it 650s or whatever, go ahead and do that, right? The next step in that process, would be that you need to use a skip tracing service, okay? Because when we're calling cancels and expireds, right? We have a phone number on there, a seller phone number sometimes. But guess what, if we don't? Some of the best leads I get off market are because I called that old listing agent. I'll try, if there's a phone number, I'll try calling it a couple times. But what's most important to me is that I talk to somebody before my open house, because this is the whole point. The whole point is to capture the buyers and have this information before I go to the open house. I'll try calling if the number's there. If it's not, I'll call the agent, who now freaking loves me because I just resurrected one of their dead deals. Okay? And I'm like, hey Liz, you know that listing you had back in like 2021 over in whatever, in Trilogy? Hey, do you think that they'd still be, what's the situation? I got a buyer that's looking off market, right in Trilogy. They really want to be in Trilogy. It's almost better to call the agent than the seller directly. I say call the seller directly, okay? Because that's great, then there's nobody else involved. But for God's sakes, don't skip it. Call the listing agent from years ago. Not only does it give you an opportunity to network with them, because it gives you an opportunity after you have a good conversation to say, hey Liz, what else are you working on? Do you have any buyers that you can't find anything for? Guess what you just got? Another buyer to reverse prospect for. Hey Liz, I work off market a ton. Would you be opposed? Are you open to explore the opportunity for me to bring you off market leads for your buyer?
So this is all like really, really good mechanical type stuff. I'd like to iterate maybe the soft side of this process.
Yes.
If you're making these connections and all of a sudden you got like 10 new people that are like, yeah, I would sell. You've got these off-market opportunities that are like bubbling. You just inherently feel like, oh my gosh, there's so much opportunity in the world, right?
Yes.
Like, look at all of this that's happening. Like, I got
Shadow
10
inventory.
opportunities, right? I got 10 opportunities here, and like the feeling of abundance is going to play into all the interactions that you have at your open house. So, who is more likely to close or pick up a new client? It's the person who's got like the positive energy, who's got like that feeling of like hope and prosperity and abundance, right? Just doing what you're talking about, getting these 5-10 neighbors that are like, yeah, I'm open to that. Like that's gonna give you a totally different feel when you interact with the people who actually come through your open house.
And also
And that's like the soft side of this, where your conversion rate is gonna go way up because you're just
You're in the
feeling better.
game.
You're
Yeah.
in the
You're in the
game.
game.
You're in the game.
Yeah.
Right?
And you have, in doing this builds confidence. And people are attracted to confidence. And they're also attracted to people that are super hot, like me. Just kidding. Just saying if you guys are paying attention, right? Okay, so
It's true though.
just playing around, Can't be too serious here. Anything else you want to add? Anybody else? Anybody?
I have a quick question. So like, for pre-listing and off-market, because somebody told me that you're not supposed to market a pre-listing. Is that the same thing as a off-market? Because essentially they're both kind of off-market at the same time?
Different situation, different training on that.
But like your
But you-
post, you have to be careful because you're pre-marketing your listing.
If you have
And
a
that's
listing
off.
agreement in place, you
Then-
cannot market it.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you do not have a listing agreement, then you can spread the word to your personal network.
But who knows? Who's gonna know that you have one in place or not?
There's a lot of titles.
They're going to tattle on you.
Oh, a lot of people call you out, but you know, because they don't have any business.
The bigger issue is sellers, to be honest.
Yeah, other
It's
sellers.
if you have a listing in common and they're like, oh, I thought we were listing this, and you're like, oh, I brought you a buyer instead.
Yeah.
And then after the fact, you're like, oh, I could have gotten more money for it, I thought we were gonna list it.
Yeah.
Did you guys do that?
Then that's the bigger issue, is the actual seller.
Big issue with
Being
what
upset.
Jacob just said is the problem is if you do that, so we have to have a whole separate meeting about that, on how to handle that, what Shane is bringing up, like can I essentially, you can talk to your buyer's list, right? About anything you want to talk to your buyer's list about, right? If you pre-market a listing, the issue is the seller's feeling like, oh, thanks for slamming that buyer in for me, but later on they might come back and say, you know what? I signed a listing agreement with you and I really did want to market my property all the way, right? If there's a lot that goes into that conversation and different buckets, totally different. Let's do a different training on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they feel they can get more, you know, if they
Right.
market it.
This training today is that you guys can literally walk out of here and get business right now. Right now, you can get leads, okay? Leads today by doing this. Just follow the process. Get the open house, secure the open house first. Why do we have to secure the open house first before we make the calls?
Because we have to just start prospecting.
Because that's the basis of our calls. That's the basis of our warm lead.
What happens if you have lots of buyers, but you're not able to find the homes for them? So how would you prospect that part?
Exactly what I'm doing. I would just start calling off market, right? I would do the same thing, you know. As far as that goes, but those are more like cold calls, right?
Yes.
Those are more. I think cold calls that are for listings are completely different than cold calls that are for buyers. And so what I would do is I would go straight to the cancels and expires, the same stuff. I'd go straight to the self-score people, right? And you're still providing a service of hassle-free, less disruption, potentially lower sales costs. Go ahead.
So in that situation, I would probably just take this and turn it into a two-step process, because this is a lot easier to call. Be like, oh, I'm already down the street, I'm in your neighborhood. And then you call them back the next day, you're like, hey, I actually have a buyer that would be a great fit for you. We talked yesterday, had the open house, had lots of people coming through, had some great conversations. I have somebody that might be a fit for you, can I bring them by? Then it's the second touch, and it's not, oh, I already have somebody. You've already warmed them up on this conversation.
But
There's
she
no
doesn't.
pressure.
But she doesn't have that because she's starting with buyers in hand.
But just go get
That's
an
what I'm
open
saying.
house.
But just wait till the second day, so slow down the sales
So
process.
start
just a little
with the
bit.
open house first, no matter even if I have buyers.
So you got buyer A, who's already looking for something.
Yeah.
Instead of just cold calling, be like, hey, I wanna bring you an offer, which would be the cold call version. Put the step in between, you're like, hey, I'm in your neighborhood, wanted to introduce myself. Are you still interested, just getting a feel for the neighbors that might still be willing to take an offer? And then you call them the next day with, oh, I have buyer A, that you might have had before the open house, but at least you got the soft touch in between.
She's not going to do an open house.
If we don't do the open house.
Yeah.
that's what I'm-
Oh,
No open
then
house.
you could insert,
If you're not going to do the open house, what I would do is still call all the cancels and expireds because, hey, I'm just doing a courtesy. I'm trying to add value to you. Maybe you want to, you've thought about selling because I noticed that you had listed, it's an excuse, you had listed in
We can
2018.
do this sales score.
And the
as well.
sell score, right? And the sell score, just like, hey, exactly, those most likely to call, right? You're gonna have to call somebody with that. Or, let me think about some other ideas on that one, right? I do have some ideas for you on that, but I'm gonna probably have to do it on a different day. And specifically for you with what your dadu stuff and things like that you're interested in, so. All right, pre-open house realist sell score script. Here you go. Back to Jim. Hey Jim, hi, is this Jim? Yes, who is this? Hi Jim, my name's Julie. I'm a local real estate agent in Redmond. Why did I say Redmond?
That's where the house is.
Because that's where I'm doing an open house, okay? Sorry to bug you on a Thursday evening, Jim. Real quick, the only reason I'm calling is because I have an open house tomorrow at whatever Union Street in Redmond, not too far from your home on 133rd Place. Do you know which, I say this, I kind of mixed it up for you guys. Do you know which home I'm referring to that's currently for sale nearby? Little engagement, right? See if they know about it, right? Seller says yes. If they say yes, great, stop by, check it out. I'll be there on Friday. If you're curious, come by and say hi. If they say no, whatever, just say something. And then you're going to say, well, I anticipate to have a good turnout at the open house, but I also know this home won't be the right fit for all the buyers that stop by. So that's the reason for my quick call, Jim. It's just part of my process to call homeowners in the area to see if they have considered selling anytime this year, because it's a great opportunity to potentially, big word, because if you don't do what you say you're going to do, you lost your credibility. So that is why the word potentially is a big deal, okay? It's just part of my process to call homeowners in the area to see if they've considered selling anytime this year. Before, I'm gonna add this in, before my open house. See if they've considered selling.
Call
Part of my
homeowners before
process to
my
call
open house.
homeowners in the area before my open house to see if they have considered selling anytime this year, because it's a great opportunity to potentially send some buyers your way if you've thought about selling. An off-market sale is actually a great way to potentially save some money on selling costs, and it's usually a lot more hassle-free and less disruptive for homeowners. Have you considered selling at all this year, Jim? Okay, it's a little long, do whatever you want. It's the concept, right? You guys are gonna get to have this slide as well. Okay, you guys get all this. Okay, now the whole goal is now you have leads and you might have buyers, okay? And Jacob tells me to hurry up. We're gonna set some appointments. We're gonna bust through this real quick. And we're gonna let Ty go. So 3 ways to follow up. You're gonna meet people after the open house at a nearby listed home for sale that you came prepared knowing about. The Joanna close. We're gonna name it the Joanna close. Hey, that's the Joanna close. You're gonna meet a buyer for coffee so you can learn more specific details about what home, location, features, and budget they're looking for, so you can hunt off market for them. Hey, I appreciate it. You give them the script of, hey, would you be open-minded to explore off-market, you know that, off-market opportunities? I'm gonna give you guys that script. You say that in person. They say, yeah, that sounds really good. That sounds really good to me. I would be open to explore off-market. Nobody says no, okay? Then you wanna try and get a coffee. I'm at the open house, it's a little busy. Can we set a time to have a coffee or grab some lunch so I can really narrow down? Because off-market hunting is really niche. We zero in on it. So can I spend 15 minutes more with you just to get to know more about what you need? We can either do that, grab a coffee, either after this or on the weekend, or you know, if you prefer Zoom, we could jump on Zoom. I'd love to just sit with you and get to know you better, right? You're saying that on site, in person, or you're sending them a text afterwards that says, hey, are you open-minded to explore, right? Follow-up tips. The goal is to set an appointment to preview a home. You're gonna know ahead of time if they have, you know, I'm not gonna go into this because we need to let Ty go, because you guys are gonna, it's very self-explanatory, and we're gonna let Ty go next because I took up all the time. And this is where I copied the rest of Jacob's slide and I just left him in from his last presentation. Thank you, Jacob, the man, the myth, the legend that closes the shit out of everything. You guys are all gonna get these slides, and we're gonna do open Q&A and all that stuff after Ty. Here's your 7-day action plan to follow up on this, because I said 7 days, right? Again, you guys are gonna get these slides. I'm not gonna go through it. It's super self-explanatory. Follow the steps, okay? Everybody ready to go crush it?
Yes.
Do you feel like you got a different perspective? Do you feel like you got some ideas?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
Who do you skip trace your phone numbers with?
Skip tracing. I use Vulcan 7.
I use Lead Sherpa.
What is that?
Lead Sherpa, if you, let's see, it's a bulk.
Who do you use, Shane?
Just like, True People Finder.
So Joanna,
True People Finder is great for a one or two or three or 10.
Okay.
Lead
Can you
Sherpa
leave
is
that?
15 cents
I just gotta
a
get
did you email it to me?
contact,
I just need to get my internet.
but then you have to do both 50 is the minimum.
You're gonna play it on mine?
It's not in
But
my email.
it's
I
like
just
a
need to get my
90% for me
Oh, you
as
need
far
your
as
email?
real
Yes,
stuff.
email.
They give you 3 phone numbers, 3 emails, and 3 relatives.
Oh, that's you since you will.
You said they have a list of 50 minimum, is that what it is?
50 minimum for a bulk.
I'll just put it in your
Oh,
text later. Oh,
Lead
yeah.
Sherpa, SHARPA.
And on Seattle Investor Club podcast, she did a podcast with them.
Alright, guys.
If you guys want that Salesforce
This is
video,
gonna be
you can
very
text me or
quick,
email me and
okay?
I can send it to you.
I like it
I
quick
have it
and
on
dirty.
YouTube, so I can share it with you.